Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is we want to establish the feet. Okay, so the feet, now we've got the bobbing up and down. Okay, we want to go in here and figure out these feet. Now, this is a trick that I'm stealing from an old friend of mine, Martin Leroux. I saw him do this trick and I thought, this is brilliant. This is like the easiest way to do this. Okay, so on frame 1, I'm going to grab both feet and I'm going to pull them out. I'm not going to pop them here. I just better turn off my freaking music. Somebody's going to complain. Okay, great. Pull out my feet and I'm going to hit S. I'm going to keyframe it. Remember, don't pop the IK handle. Okay, popping the IK handle. Bad. Okay, I want to just make it so that there. Good, good, good. And then I'm going to go to the last frame and I'm going to hit S and I'm going to keyframe it. Then I'm going to go to frame 13. So the first and last are identical. I'm going to go to frame 13. I'm going to pull it back. Don't pop it. The heels shouldn't come off the ground. And I'm going to hit S and I'll press play. So now we got this kind of funny movement going on. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, let's see, when it's forward, okay, that's cool. And it goes sliding back. And then as it's coming forward, right around here, around frame 19, I'm going to pull the feet up and I'm just going to rotate them on the x-axis a little bit. So the toe is pointing down. I'm going to press S. Okay, so as it's coming forward, the foot goes off the ground, it comes forward, and then usually 23, 24, I usually like to pull the foot up a little bit and then pull it forward. This gives me what I call foot slap. I don't know if anyone else calls it that, but I call it foot slap. Seems like some kind of strange fetish. No, I wouldn't call it that. Just something I like. Okay, and then when I press play, if I go in and I see the movement, we got the foot going, here, let's just go like this. I'm going to slide through it. So we got the foot going back, sliding along the ground, and it goes to the back. It comes forward, it goes off the ground. Both feet are coming off in there. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, let's introduce something new. I'm going to go into Windows, Animation Editors, and I love the Graph Editor. This is my beast. I love being here. Okay, there are other animation editors. There's things like the dope sheet. That's so cool, man. And then we can go into, got a dope sheet. If I go into rigging and I go to skeleton, there's joints. You can make joints in here too. This is so cool. It's legal because we're in BC. Okay, anyway, we're in Canada. Anyway, that's not what I care about. I got both foot controls selected. You can see your curves in here and what they're doing. Okay. I should do another talk on my Norman McLaren thing, but not today. And this window you can navigate and move around a little bit. If I just take a look at, say, one foot, okay, we see it translates. See different translations on it. We can see the rotations on this thing. There aren't any except for rotate X. I didn't do anything fancy in here. Okay. But one thing I want to do is with this controller, usually I'll grab the other one here, this one on this side, so the right foot. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm going to select everything. I just box selected over it. I just dragged over all the keyframes. And I'm going to go into the curves menu, post infinity, cycle. Now we can't see anything going on. Nothing changed. Doesn't look like it. But if I went here to view infinity, we can see now this thing is cycling over and over again to infinity. There's straight lines when I go backwards in time. When I go forwards in time, we can see a cycling. So we can see the curves are doing some kind of behavior pattern change. And just to also stress this, if I go here to post infinity and I go to constant, that is basically normal or your default position. They're in a flat line. Okay, but I want to be in cycle. Okay, so this is kind of cool. What the hell did I do all this for? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I just deselected that. That's not what I meant to do. And let's just zoom out a little bit. If if I grab all the keyframes, and usually what I'll do is in the timeline, I'll take my little slider here and I'll put it to 13. Lucky, lucky 13. And if I hold down Shift while I middle click, I can move the keyframes. What's wrong with you, you bastards? Why not? Okay, it just took a moment. Okay, good. And I line up the last keyframe here with 13. And why does it feel like everything's wrong? No, we're good. We're good. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll press play. Okay, so basically what I just did was I offset the other foot. I made it so it went in and it cycled, and we get this kind of behavior. So I've just done like the easiest walk cycle in the world. Okay, and if I went beyond 25 frames, let's go ahead and push this to say 200. Okay, you see his foot gets stuck here, and then he starts riding a skateboard for the rest of the walk cycle. No, what I'm going to do is I'll grab this one, zoom out a little bit, grab all this. If I go to curves, post infinity, cycle, now you can see when I press play, the feet are definitely walking forever and ever. So they're cycling, and they're offset from each other exactly half, so it looks like he's walking. Okay, and then this thing doesn't have the correct up and down movement. But there you go. There's the basics of making the feet walk in this nice repetitive way. Okay, and this works on any kind of cycle. This little trick, you just gotta think about it a little bit. And I'm gonna stop here.